Talking of nutters, here's one that puts the politicians in their place. It's a satire set in 1992, when by law there must be an election. But by this time, both the BBC and ITV have been replaced by 500 or so commercially owned satellite channels. The film intercuts between a news channel and the behind-the-scenes story of the two main party leaders and their advertising agency called Snatchy and Run. Unfortunately, the Conservative chairman in the film has such a completely disgusting name that the BBC has been forced to bleep it out. Pity, really. I don't know why they didn't use the name Selwyn Gummer. That's a pretty name, isn't it? Here's When the Vote Comes In.
Well, the boys in the back room perceive this as a Chateau 87 campaign, concentrating on the Thatcher phenomenon. You know, simple country girls, simple country values. The Conservative Party reaches the parts that the other parties cannot reach. We tested Thatcher against opposition leaders and found that she was tougher on stubborn, difficult-to-shift problems.
Yes, it's all good stuff, but the Prime Minister won't be looking at such a high-profile part during this campaign.
But she's your best asset. Yeah. How low a profile do you mean?
Well, less of a profile, more of a silhouette.
OK. Well, let's look at something like our 83 campaign. One of our more successful, I thought. Here we are. The Falklands campaign.
But we can't invade the Falklands again, can we?
No, of course not. Gibraltar. Yes, this was a possibility in 87. The Spanish were prepared to invade Gibraltar 3 weeks before the election. Of course, after heroic struggle, we would win it back on the eve of the election. And then at some future date, preferably to coincide with a general election in Spain, we would let them win it back. I can see it now. 600 SAS men disguised as Gibraltar baboons make the first landings on the beaches. It'll be immortalized in oils and hung in the Admiralty.
Baboons?
Well, it's better than penguins.
Yes. Yes, I like it. Yes, I'll send someone round from the Foreign Office to sort out the details.
That's all right, sir. I think we have a little more influence than the Foreign Office.
Oh, yes.
No, that's fine. No, we can handle that. Sure. By Monday? No problem. Yep. Okay, get back to you then. Bye. John. I should remember the name.
John Smith.
That's right, John Smith. Don't tell me. You're something to do with unions, aren't you? Leader of the TUC?
Leader of the opposition, actually.
That's right. I've seen your picture somewhere. Can't remember where. Do take a seat.
Yeah.
What can I do for you? Would you like a coffee?
We'd like you to run our election campaign for us.
Well, that's all very flattering. But you see, it costs money. Real money.
Oh, I've got money. Lots of it, in fact.
Well, I'll get someone to count it. If Snatchy and Run were prepared to take on the campaign, with the emphasis on if, our first concern would, of course, be your...
Politics?
Image. Here's the name of my tailor. I see you in a two-piece suit, Gucci shoes, handmade shirt, and a... John, what can I say? Somehow, something isn't quite right. I know what it is. It's the tie. The Gen Pub won't accept that red tie. How about a blue one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, that would make me look ridiculous. How would people differentiate between me and...
Look, John, when I took on this campaign, I said there was no room for compromise. You do want to win, don't you?
Yes, of course.
How about grey?
Oh, great.
We go over to the studios of 278 News for a news flash.
In the last hour, Spain has invaded Gibraltar. Although reports are sketchy, it's understood the inhabitants of Gibraltar, one policeman, 14 cafe owners, the High Commissioner, and some 400 baboons have been rounded up and taken prisoner at the post office. Sir Complete said to be acting with the blessing of the Queen, and the Prime Minister has ordered a task force to make ready to sail as soon as possible.
A masterstroke, pure genius.
Yes, we're pretty pleased ourselves.
It's a disaster, that's what it is, a bloody disaster.
Rubbish! All you've got to do is to be seen to support the government in everything that they do. Be in first to congratulate the military for inflicting casualties upon the enemy.
Wow, things are really hotting up here, and make no mistake. As the task force set sail for Gibraltar this morning, the Spanish consul issued the following statement.
Hola, buenos días amigos. El Ministerio del Interior ha dicho esta tarde que el número de turistas visitando la Costa Brava este año no será reducido.
Well, you know what they say. As long as there are apes on Gibraltar, the British will be there too. It's just that it's sometimes hard to tell the difference.